Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember where we are today?
Well, we just finished with one of the collections, and that was about wise guys, right? Wise guys?
Wise sayings.
The wise sayings
of the wise.
Wise guys, yeah. Why you gotta be a wise guy?
Wise words. Words to the wise.
And that means that today we're getting back into some more Solomonic Proverbs. Is that correct?
That is correct. We are starting the 4th collection within the collection of the Book of Proverbs.
Okay.
And as you said, they are the Solomonic Proverbs, or the further collection of Solomonic Proverbs, or more Proverbs of Solomon.
Hold on, I'm gonna celebrate real quick. Yay! There we go.
You're so silly.
Now we're ready to get into these.
These comprise chapters 25 through 29.
Okay.
So we're starting Proverbs chapter 25 today.
All right, let's go do this.
Okie dokie. Okay, so as I said, we're getting into Proverbs chapter 25.
Okay.
It's the 4th collection within the Book of Proverbs.
All right.
And I just wanted to say a couple things about them before we start.
Go for it.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, first of all, they were supposed to have been transmitted and edited by royal scribes during the reign of Hezekiah.
Transmitted sounds like it's an STD.
Or an STI. Yes. But they were put together supposedly during the reign of Hezekiah.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And toward that, they are also put together a little bit differently. Like, the last Proverbs that we've been reading have all been good is good and bad is bad. Therefore,
Yes.
Be good and don't be bad.
Not happy with those.
Right. But they're like set up in this, so that.
Right. Yeah.
So these are set up not like that.
Well, there's something worth celebrating.
Right. And
that's amazing.
I thought I would point that out, that they are written a little differently.
Makes me happy-ish.
Sure.
So,
I think they are going to read a little bit more like the parables did.
Okay.
Or not the parables, the Psalms.
Psalms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So they might be a little more psalmy than proverby.
Awesome.
So
happy.
These are comparisons and moral lessons. Here we go.
Okay.
These are more Proverbs of Solomon compiled by the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah. It is the glory of God to conceal a matter. To search out a matter is the glory of kings. As the heavens are high and the earth is deep, so the hearts of kings are unsearchable.
Okay, so they're saying what? Like, it sounds like that they're saying that concealing something is heavenly. Is that what I'm to gather here? As long as it's a king, because kings are, extra special people.
Only kings can search out a matter.
So this is
man.
that the common man doesn't need to be privy to all the information, because kings are so much more special and obviously direct lines to God and stuff. So they are extra special and deserve more information than everybody else.
Sure. Yeah, y'all commoners, you poors out there, you just don't know.
You don't get it, yeah. You're not a king.
Don't worry about it.
You didn't get born into this. Jesus, what's wrong with you?
So don't worry your pretty little head.
I fucking hate that type of thinking.
Me too. Remove the dross from the silver, and a silversmith can produce a vessel. Remove wicked officials from the king's presence, and his throne will be established through righteousness.
So basically get rid of everybody the king doesn't like.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like Trump will do if he gets back into office.
Right.
Do not exalt yourself in the king's presence, and do not claim a place among his great men. It is better for him to say, "Come up here," than for him to humiliate you before his nobles.
Okay, first of all, this does not feel like Solomonic Proverbs. This feels like a king taking Solomon and saying, these are kingly things, and this is what Solomon said, so just listen to this shit.
Yeah.
And I don't like this. This is dumb.
Right.
And it's a king using Solomon to because it's Hezekiah, right?
You know what this is? This is the way the Republican Party uses Martin Luther King Jr.'s words. Right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what this is.
Yeah.
They're like trying to sell the I had a dream speech.
Right.
As they are being racist and like promoting the opposite of what MLK stood for.
Right. Pay no attention to the shitty man behind the curtain.
Right.
But these are beautiful words, aren't they?
Aren't they?
So you got to listen to them.
Yeah. Yeah. So come up here. He'll call you up if he wants you.
But to some extent, like that specific thing there, you don't like. It's better to be recognized independently of your own bravado, right?
Sure.
And
but
it means more.
But let's not assume that that's going to happen.
Right.
It's kind of like if I come up to you and I'm like, "Do you love me?" That's not as special as if you just say, "I love you," out of the blue.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I can agree with that. I don't agree with the whole king aspect of this, but because I feel like sometimes with people that are in high places, you do have to yell a little bit to get them to notice you.
Right.
So I don't know.
Kings. What you gonna do?
Kings, right, yeah.
What you have seen with your eyes, do not bring hastily to court. For what will you do in the end if your neighbor puts you to shame?
So don't trust your eyes because somebody else...
Maybe you don't know the whole story.
Maybe.
If you take your neighbor to court, do not betray another's confidence, or the one who hears it may shame you, and the charge against you will stand.
So, yeah. Okay.
This is bullshit.
It sounds like a lot of shittiness to me.
Yeah.
Because...
mind your business.
How about we just tell, like, wouldn't the better virtue just be tell the truth, tell us what you saw?
Right.
You know, those would be the better virtues here, wouldn't they?
Be a good witness. Whether that gets somebody into trouble or not. Just be honest.
These sound like sneaky ways around not getting people in trouble if they don't want to get in trouble.
Right, exactly.
All this sounds shitty sneakiness, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Like apples of gold in settings of silver is a ruling rightly given. Apples of gold.
In settings of silver?
Is a ruling rightly given.
Okay.
Like an earring of gold or an ornament of fine gold is the rebuke of a wise judge to a listening ear. Meaning gods are awesome and kings are gods and kings are awesome too.
This is the judges.
Right.
Which, I mean, oftentimes I guess the king was the judge, sort of. But the people in high places that laid their judgment on you, they're awesome. And you have no reason to doubt their authority at all.
They speak for the king, and the king speaks for God, so you commoners don't worry about it.
You know what? Fuck that thinking. That is a bunch of bullshit, and I will challenge anybody that is a shitty piece of crap.
Yeah.
So...
if you didn't suck, I wouldn't have to speak up.
In fact, we've gone through some stuff in our life that I would challenge the thinking of people in charge in judging positions. So I'll just leave it there for the night.
Yeah.
But
power of position doesn't come with understanding or wisdom or kindness or goodness.
Right.
So fuck off with that.
Yeah.
Like a snow-cooled drink at harvest time is a trustworthy messenger to the one who sends him. He refreshes the spirit of his master.
Did somebody bring the king what was it? A snow-cooled drink?
An icy?
I'm like,
slushy?
What is that? What?
You
get a milkshake
drink
or something?
At harvest time. They're just saying, make sure if you are going to be the messenger that you're good in. Like, deliver good messages, deliver them well.
You wouldn't want to bring that actual news. That would be could be tragic for you.
Bring accurate news.
This king apparently kills the messenger.
Well, if it's somebody he can rely on, it's not necessarily saying only bring good news. It's saying bring accurate news.
Okay.
Be reliable, trustworthy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Like clouds and wind without rain is one who boasts of gifts never given.
It just blow hard, basically.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to give you that Etch-a-Sketch, but...
Right. ...
Like...
Yeah.
Who boasts of gifts never given?
I mean, I can see that. It's like the person that always one-ups you with the story, even though you know it's not true.
Oh.
You know, like they always claim that they're going to do something amazing or they did something amazing, and none of it's actually true.
Right.
But they want to make themselves seem uber important and relevant, I guess. I don't really know why that happens, but it does happen, and it happens a lot. Mm-hmm. So
they're always the been there, done that person.
Oh my God,
I hate that person.
Have you ever told I have gone on like with 5 or 6 different stories, only to be one-upped on every single one of them, and I'm like, there's literally no fucking way.
Right.
No fucking way. That's not even possible.
Right.
And it's just so aggravating when that happens. I'm like, first of all, you could just keep your mouth shut and let me tell my story.
Right.
Secondly, you literally one-upped me on every fucking story.
Right.
That's... But I was actually kind of testing you with the last ones just to see what would happen, And sure enough,
Did you tell them that you almost made it into the Olympics to see if they actually got there?
I didn't go that far, no.
You should have.
I should have, yeah.
You should have.
Right. I think maybe even they have a line that they might not cross just to see,
Well, if you feel drawn into this competition again.
I might try that next time. Just like say something absolutely insane.
Yeah. Like when I was younger, I almost made it into the Olympics, but I pulled a hamstring at the last minute.
Right.
And so, I mean, to be fair, I was only going to be an alternate. Like make it where it's almost believable.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Like, okay, I'll be honest with you. It wasn't the actual team. I was going to be an alternate.
Right.
But I pulled a hamstring, so I didn't get to go.
Yeah.
But you got to have your details down. Like, you got to know which Olympics was it, what sport was it, and who all was there. You know what I mean? You got to have your story down.
I'm going to have something like that ready to go.
Yeah.
Just to try it out.
Yeah. Do.
Next time somebody does something like that.
Yeah. I think you should.
Okay.
Through patience, a ruler can be persuaded, and a gentle tongue can break a bone.
I can...
The pen is mightier than the sword?
Something like that. I think it's more like it's my approach. It's the way that I can whittle somebody down to make them see my way over time nicely. And then eventually get them to,
Whereas I'm like, lost cause, can't be bothered.
Right. Yeah, but I'll take the long route and work my case. So
Yeah, you win.
I mean, sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes.
If you find honey, eat just enough. Too much of it, and you gonna vomit.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say that about pretty much anything.
Moderation, my friends.
Right. Yeah.
Including moderation.
Yep. That's not bad advice.
Right. Seldom set foot in your neighbor's house. Too much of you, and they will hate ya.
Damn.
I mean, that's true.
I guess.
Like,
what
don't
if
overstay your welcome.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Like a club or a sword or a sharp arrow is one who gives false testimony against a neighbor. Yeah. Don't be a liar face.
Yeah.
Don't be an ass.
But again, they just said, they kind of contradicted that a little bit.
No, the other one was don't say anything.
Right.
This one is don't
bear false witness.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, don't lie on them. Don't make up a story, but nor do you need to outright tattle on them either.
Right. Okay.
Like a broken tooth or a lame foot is reliance on the unfaithful in a time of trouble. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Okay.
Like, did you ever have a time when you asked somebody for help or you asked for a favor or something and you kind of assumed that the answer would be yes and then the answer was no and you were like, oh.
I mean, I think you've run into that more than I have. I don't know. I maybe it's just Maybe it's because I'm a man. I don't know. But it tends to be when I ask people for help, I get it. So I don't run into that as often as you did.
I think that it has to do with that. I don't discount that.
Right.
I also think it has to do with our families.
Sure.
Your family is a lot different from mine.
Right. And a lot of the friends that I have acquired over the years have they have a lot of loyalty to me, it seems like.
They do. They follow you.
Yeah.
From one job to the next even.
Right.
You collect people, which
I
love about you. It's really cool because you have your own friends, I have my own friends, and then we have our friends together. And, friends that we have made together over the years.
Yeah.
But it's nice that we each have our own separate things.
Right.
And people that you have relationships with that predate me.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Well, and there's people that I could call up out of the blue and they would probably do, like people I haven't talked to in years.
Yeah.
That I could probably elicit help from if I really wanted to.
Right.
So.
I make friends kind of easily, but I don't keep them very easily.
Right. But I mean, you tend to.
My friends are more situational. I mean, my best friend has been my best friend for like over 10 years, like probably 15 years now.
Right.
And that's awesome. But
yeah.
And we've had to work at our friendship.
Sure.
Because there's been times when one of us was going through stuff and we didn't talk for several months, and it wasn't like avoiding each other, it just life happens. And then like we had to make the effort, which I'm not good at, but we had to make the effort to contact the other one when it might have felt awkward to do so.
Sure.
And now we understand that we can go through that if we need to.
Right.
Which is cool. But most other friends, once I lost contact, I didn't pursue, and they didn't either. So I kind of feel like whatever.
Yeah.
It was just situational.
I would say that, and this is just my 2 cents. I think your friendship with your best friend is a lot better than any of my friendships with my friends. My friends are more specific to a certain thing. Like, this friend is going to come over and do that, or this friend's going to come over and do this, or what have you. Like, it's we have our set activity that we do, and that's what we do.
Okay, I see.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and they're all very reliable and very good friends. But I would say you have a deeper connection with your friend than I do.
Sure.
So
I mean, I could cry on my friend's shoulder. I don't know that you would necessarily call up any of your guy pals.
No.
To cry on their shoulder.
No.
But
probably not.
But you've got.
I guess I could.
You've got a couple though that would commiserate and would definitely come hang out with you and see through your hard times.
For sure.
So
for sure.
Yeah. I don't know how we got off on that.
Yeah, that was a long tangent there.
My bad. Like one who takes away a garment on a cold day, or like vinegar poured on a wound, is one who sings songs to a heavy heart.
Okay. One who takes away a garment on a cold day, or pours vinegar on a wound. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Is what now?
One who sings songs to a heavy heart.
That doesn't sound like
These don't go together.
That doesn't match up to me.
Because I think if you sing songs to a heavy heart, that's helpful, right?
Well, I would think so.
And if you pour vinegar on a wound, it hurts, but vinegar is cleansing, right?
Maybe, probably.
I mean, that's the way I was leaning.
That's the way I'm going to think of it. But taking away garments on a cold day
is not.
That doesn't sound good.
So I'm not.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding one of the steps here. I don't really know.
Yeah, I'm not either.
So let's pass.
Pass. If your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. If he is thirsty, give him water to drink, or a beer, whichever's more appropriate.
Sure, yeah.
In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head. What? Whoa, what?
Killing them with kindness.
And the Lord will reward you.
Killing them with kindness.
I don't really want to put burning coals on anybody's head.
Right. But that's not what they actually mean.
No,
obviously.
Okay. It's just that threw me for a minute, because they're like, be nice and give people what they need, and by doing so, you will murder them hard with fire.
It's how I get extra nice to people that are shitty with me. And then I kill them with kindness and make them like me by the end of it.
Yeah.
Even though maybe I didn't treat them as well as some other people I might have treated better.
Right.
That's all.
I didn't follow it at first. Okay.
It made sense to me because it's something that I actually do.
Right. No, I get it now. But as I was reading it, I didn't take in all the words. So if your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. I didn't read the word enemy in my head.
Okay.
So it's just like, yeah, someone's hungry, give them food. Someone's thirsty, give them water.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, wait, what? Burning coals? Hold on. But now I just reread it and I'm like, oh, your enemy. Okay. That's the word. That's the important part that was missing there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes
I think I've given you that advice on dealing with certain people.
Yes, you have.
In the recent, past here.
The recent, the last 10 years?
Sure, yeah.
Is that what you're...
Sometime in that time frame, yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, like a north wind that brings unexpected rain is a sly tongue which provokes a horrified look. Yeah,
I guess that's what that is. That's okay.
Right.
We'll just accept that one at face value.
Sure.
Yeah.
Better to live on a corner of a roof than to share a house with a quarrelsome wife.
There it is again. Yeah.
Because that bitch going to quarrel you.
I think we already went into depth about that one.
Yeah,
it was like 2 episodes ago.
Like cold water to a weary soul is good news from a distant land.
Sure.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I get down with that.
Yeah.
Sure. Like a muddle. These are all synonyms or metaphors or similes. Similes. Is that the one? Similes.
You're the English major here, so.
These are similes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that is how they are different from the other ones. They are not psalm-like, though.
Got it.
So I apologize.
No, they're not, because it's not good versus bad necessarily. It's just like, this is like this.
No. No. I said they're not psalm-like, meaning they're not. The psalms were like poems. You're thinking of the first Solomonic things, which was the good is good, bad is bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm correcting you here.
Got it. Sorry.
Okay. Like a muddied spring or a polluted well are the righteous who give way to the wicked.
So you're shitty if you give way to the wicked, huh? What if they're just being really wicked that day and you just be like, dude, fine, whatever.
I'm not following it, I guess. What?
It's clouding you're allowing them to cloud your judgment. You're allowing them to screw up your righteous path by letting them do something.
I guess I just need an example of a righteous person giving way to the wicked. I guess I just need to understand what that means. Like, if somebody cuts in front of you in line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That would be actually.
Sometimes you just let them do it because it's fucking easier.
Right. I think that's a good example, actually.
Although I'm the asshole that's like, my guy, there's a line.
Right. But there's also advice that says you just keep your mouth shut, too.
Right.
And in the Bible that we read recently.
Right. I mean, it really depends on the situation. Sometimes I'm like, no, get to the back of the line. Right. And other times I'm like, whatever.
Sure.
I can't be bothered. It is not good to eat too much honey, nor is it honorable to search out matters that are too deep.
Wow. Okay.
You don't need to worry about it.
They covered the not eating too much honey earlier. And they in this chapter.
They also talked already about don't worry your pretty little head over shit. The kings and the judges got it.
Yeah, they got that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just keep it simple.
You go be common.
Right.
Like a city whose walls are broken. Oh, let me start that again.
That'd be like Jericho.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Mm-hmm. Like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control. Like a bull in a china shop.
Okay.
Right?
Sure. I guess. I mean, I'm guessing it's you're letting the enemies in if your walls are broken, right?
Yeah.
So it's essentially the same thought. If you, what was the analogy again?
You lack self-control.
Oh, you lack. Okay. So you're letting that bad in, I guess.
Right.
Or whatever.
Okay. So not like a bull in a china shop.
Not really. No, I don't think it's them destroying the wall. It's you're letting something happen.
You're letting something in that you shouldn't.
Right.
So you should control yourself.
Sure. Okay.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah. These are kind of silly.
That was the end?
That was the end.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, that was Proverbs chapter 25.
Sure as fuck was.
And we won't be back tomorrow because tomorrow is Saturday.
Correct.
And we will be back on Sunday with a
Sacrilegious book club.
That's right. And then we will be back on Monday with
Proverbs chapter 26. And Sunday night you will be putting out your weekly wrap up.
And I'm gonna do my damnedest to get it done on time this time and try to remember to actually fucking do it because I suck at it.
You really do.
I get it out eventually.
You do get it out.
But I do suck at it.
It's kind of like one might call you constipated.
Is that what they might call me?
I mean, sometimes it sticks there, but then eventually you get it out.
Yeah, I guess that could be an apt analogy. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that being said, we'll see you guys.
Yep.
Bye. Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.